Good hiring is not a luxury, it is the very engine of your company's growth. A great salesperson brings in more than just revenue. They build bridges of trust with customers. They become the face of your brand in bustling city markets, quiet rural towns. They contribute to a culture of success and stability. In contrast, a bad hire is a costly mistake. It is not just about the lost salary or the missed targets. It is about the damage to team morale, the wasted management time, and the valuable customer relationships that sour and break. A string of bad hires can slowly, but surely, sink a promising business. Today's market in India makes this more critical than ever. It is now a hybrid model. A potential buyer for a new SaaS product might start their research online, read reviews, and then expect a detailed, personalized video call with a salesperson. A farmer in a small town might hear about a new fertilizer from a local dealer, but want a technical rep to visit his farm. Your sales team must be equipped to navigate this complex world. They need to be as comfortable with a CRM dashboard as they are with a face-to-face meeting. This is why our hiring process must evolve. This new reality demands new skills. Salespeople today must be tech-savvy. They need to understand data and use it to guide their decisions. They must be masters of digital communication and physical communication. Indian laws are getting stricter. Rules around data privacy, like the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, and anti-bribery regulations, are not just suggestions. They are legal mandates. A salesperson who is careless with customer data, or who hints at improper gifting, can expose your entire company to massive legal and reputational risk. Therefore, our approach to recruitment cannot be left to chance. It needs to be a clear, repeatable system. This essay is your blueprint. It is a step-by-step guide to hiring salespeople in India, designed for today's challenges. We will break down each stage of the process, from planning your team structure to the critical first 90 days of a new hire's journey. We will use simple language and practical examples from Indian industries like pharmaceuticals, FMCG, and technology. This is not about abstract theory. You cannot build a house without a blueprint. Similarly, you cannot build a sales team without a workforce plan. This is your first and most critical step. Effective planning begins with your company's go-to-market strategy. Ask yourself the fundamental questions. Who are our ideal customers? Large enterprises in metro cities, Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns. Inbound leads generated by marketing. Outbound team, hunting for new business channel partner network. The answers to these questions will define the very structure of your sales team. Use a clear flowchart for roles. Sales development representatives or inside sales teams who specialize in generating qualified leads. Account executives, skilled closers, turning leads into signed contracts. Account managers or customer success managers, retain and grow customers. Key account managers for large, strategic clients. Field sales reps for rural expansion who understand local distribution networks. You must attach clear metrics and expectations to each one. This is about moving from vague descriptions to concrete numbers. How many people do you need in each region? What is a realistic sales quota for a new hire in their first and second quarters? How long will it take for them to ramp up and become fully productive? A common mistake is to set uniform quotas for a salesperson in Mumbai and another in a smaller city like Nagpur. Your plan must account for market potential, territory size, and lead flow. A clear plan gives you a solid foundation for your entire recruitment effort. Finally, this planning process helps you anticipate future needs. Sales recruitment should not be a reactive fire drill that starts only when someone resigns. It should be a continuous process. By forecasting your growth, you can maintain a pipeline of potential candidates. This talent bench is your insurance policy. When you decide to expand into a new territory or launch a new product, you are not starting your search from scratch. With a solid plan in place, the next step is sourcing. This is the act of finding and attracting the right people. Relying on a single source is a recipe for a shallow talent pool. You must cast a wide and strategic net. Employee referrals are often the best source of high-quality candidates. Your current top performers know what it takes to succeed in your company. They are unlikely to recommend someone who does not meet the bar. Incentivize referrals and make the process easy for your team. This is your internal, trusted channel for finding great people. Beyond referrals, leverage the power of professional networks and digital platforms. LinkedIn is an indispensable tool for finding sales talent in India. Proactively search for candidates with specific experience, such as SaaS sales in Bangalore, FMCG channel management in Uttar Pradesh, but simply sending a connection request is not enough. You must build your employer brand. Post content that showcases your company culture. Highlight career growth opportunities. A strong employer brand turns you from a hunter into a magnet, attracting candidates to you. Job boards like Naukri and Indeed are still relevant, but your job descriptions must stand out. Your job description is your sales pitch to potential candidates. It needs to be clear, compelling, and honest. Avoid generic corporate jargon and buzzwords like rockstar sales ninja. Instead, focus on outcomes. Do not just list responsibilities. Describe what success looks like. For example, instead of responsible for lead generation, say, generate 10 qualified meetings per month through targeted outreach. Clearly state the tools they will use, e.g. Salesforce Zoho CRM, the expected travel percentage, the compensation structure. Finally, do not overlook a mix of other valuable sources. Campus hiring from business schools can be a great way to bring in fresh, ambitious talent that you can mold. Specialized recruitment agencies can be a powerful partner, especially for senior or niche roles. The key is to use a multi-channel approach. Track which sources give you the best candidates. If you find that campus hires from a particular college consistently perform well after 90 days, invest more time and resources there. Sourcing is an ongoing effort of testing, measuring, and refining your channels to build a robust and continuous pipeline of talent. Once you have a pool of candidates, the screening and interview process begins. The goal is to be both fast and effective. The first step is a brief phone screen. No more than 15 minutes. This is not a deep dive interview. It's a quick check for fundamental alignment. The screener, often HR or a junior manager, should focus on 3 key areas: motivation, communication, evidence of past performance. Why are they looking for a new role? How clearly can they articulate their thoughts? Can they provide specific numbers or results from their previous job? Look for proof, not just titles. Candidates who pass should enter a structured interview process. This is the opposite of a casual, unstructured chat. Use a predefined set of questions and a scorecard to evaluate every candidate the same way. This reduces bias and ensures fair, consistent evaluation. It forces interviewers to look for evidence of competencies, not just gut feel. That rigor is essential for objective, defensible hiring decisions. Every interviewer should be trained on the scorecard. The core is behavioral questions. Ask for real-life examples, not hypotheticals. Use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. Example: tell me about a time you had to sell to a client convinced a competitor was better. What was your goal? What specific steps did you take? What was the outcome? This pushes candidates beyond generic answers and shows how they applied skills. The interview loop should involve multiple stakeholders: direct manager, peer on the team, senior leader. That gives a 360-degree view. Manager assesses skills and team fit. Peer evaluates collaboration and day-to-day fit. Senior leader checks alignment with long-term vision and values. Interviews are good for assessing a candidate's past, but they do not always predict future performance. People can be great at talking about sales, but not so great at actually doing it. This is where work samples and simulations come in. They are the most powerful tools in your hiring arsenal. A work sample is a short, practical task that mimics a real-world challenge the candidate would face. It lets you see skills in action, not just hear about them. Move from theory to practice. Get a true measure of capabilities. For inside sales or SDR, the task can be simple yet revealing. Give a one-page brief of a fictional company and product. Ask for a 100-word outreach email to the head of sales. Tests. Research skills, writing a compelling personalized message, understanding the value proposition. Can they craft a subject line that gets opened? Is the email focused on the customer's problem or a generic product pitch? The email's quality reveals prospecting ability. For senior AEs or field sales, simulations should be more complex. Use a discovery call role-play. Set a 12-minute mock call with an interviewer as the customer. Candidate's job: not to sell, but to ask intelligent questions to uncover needs, challenges, goals. This tests curiosity, listening skills, ability to control the conversation. Another powerful sample: territory plan presentation. Example: FMCG distribution in Pune district. Ask for a 30-day approach plan. Simulations aren't about perfect answers. They're about thought process, coachability, preparation. How did they structure the problem? What questions did they ask? After feedback, how did they respond? Defensive or open to learning? A candidate who performs well in realistic simulations is far more likely to succeed on the job. Integrating work samples into hiring is the single biggest step to reduce bad hires and improve sales team quality. The interview rounds and work samples are complete. You have identified your top candidate. Now is the time for final due diligence, not a premature celebration. This stage is about verifying what you've gathered and spotting hidden red flags. The first step is a thorough reference check. Do not treat this as a tick box exercise. Ask for specific references, not generic ones. Previous direct manager, senior colleague they worked with on a major deal. When you speak to references, ask for examples, not opinions. Don't ask, was she a good salesperson? Ask, can you give me an example of a difficult negotiation she handled and what the outcome was? Ask, how did she perform against quota in the first 2 quarters? Ask about areas for development. A good reference gives a balanced view. Verify past quota attainment. Request commission statements or performance reviews where allowed. Discrepancies between claims and reality are a major warning sign. Once checks are clear, extend an offer. Follow a verbal offer with a detailed written offer letter. Use supplied media. Closer. Formal offer letter being signed with pen and coffee. Be crystal clear about compensation. Break down fixed salary and the variable pay component. Explain exactly how sales commissions are calculated. Define crediting rules. When is a deal officially closed? State accelerators for overachievement and clawbacks for cancellations explicitly. Include ramp-up targets for quarter 1 and ramp-up targets for quarter 2. The period between acceptance and the start date is a golden opportunity, the pre-onboarding phase. Make the new hire feel welcomed and prepared. Send a starter kit, product one-pagers, notes on your ideal customer profile, a brief on key competitors, and a CRM sandbox login. Plan week 1. Schedule meetings with key team members. Schedule a meeting with their manager, and book initial training sessions. While sales roles can vary, from an inside SDR to a field KM, a set of core duties and qualities binds them all. Understanding these fundamentals is crucial for hiring well. The primary duty of any salesperson is to create and manage their pipeline. This is the lifeblood of their role. They must be constantly prospecting for new opportunities and qualifying leads. Make sure they spend time on deals that have a real chance of closing. A salesperson with a weak or empty pipeline will miss their target, no matter how skilled they are at presenting. The next core duty is to deeply understand the customer's world. This is done through discovery. A great salesperson asks more than they tell. They are a business consultant first and a product pitcher second. They uncover the customer's pains, priorities, desired outcomes. With that understanding, they tailor their presentation to show how the product specifically solves the customer's problem. This is value-based selling. The final steps, negotiation and closing, are about reaching a mutually beneficial agreement and ensuring a smooth handover to customer success or delivery. Beyond duties, what qualities should you look for? Character comes before craft. The single most important quality is integrity. Be honest with the company and the customer. Never overpromise or misrepresent the product. The second quality is resilience. Sales is full of rejection. A good salesperson treats a no as a learning opportunity. They bounce back and start the next day with renewed energy. They are persistent without being pushy. Look for curiosity and coachability. Curiosity drives discovery. A curious person asks why and digs to the root cause. They want to learn about new industries and business challenges. Coachability is willingness to learn and adapt. Top salespeople are lifelong learners. They seek feedback from managers, listen to their own call recordings, and always try to improve their craft. A candidate with integrity, resilience, curiosity, and coachability can become a top performer on your team. In today's India, hiring is not just about finding skills. It is about building a safe, compliant, inclusive organization. Ignoring the legal and regulatory framework is not an option. It poses a significant risk to your business. One of the most important regulations is the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act. You have a legal obligation to provide a safe workplace for all employees. This starts during the hiring process. Your communication with candidates must always be professional. You must have a clear POSH policy. You must have an internal complaints committee. Communicate this to new hires during induction. Data privacy is another critical area. With the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, candidate data handling is under scrutiny. Only collect data strictly necessary for recruitment. Obtain clear consent. Inform candidates how their data will be used and stored. For sales roles, clarify how they must handle customer data. A careless salesperson can create a serious compliance breach. Your hiring must check for understanding and respect for data privacy. Another major risk in sales is bribery and corruption. Salespeople are on the front lines. Pressure to close deals can lead to poor judgment. Company policies on gifting must be crystal clear. Company policies on entertainment must be crystal clear. What is an acceptable business lunch? What could be perceived as a bribe? This is critical for teams handling government tenders or large enterprise contracts. Include a dedicated compliance check in hiring. Ask behavioral questions. Tell me about a time you faced an ethical dilemma in a sales cycle. What did you do? This checks their moral compass. Finally, building a great team means fostering diversity, equity, inclusion. This is not just a social good, it is a business imperative. Diverse teams make better decisions and reflect your customer base. Your hiring process must be free of bias. Review job descriptions to remove gendered or exclusionary language. Ensure interview panels are diverse. Provide reasonable accommodation for candidates with disabilities. A commitment to DEI starts at the top and must be woven into every step of recruiting, hiring, and development. It signals you are a modern, fair, forward-thinking employer. The hiring process does not end when the offer letter is signed. The first 90 days, the ramp-up period, are the most critical in determining a new salesperson's long-term success. A structured onboarding plan is your investment in their future performance. Leaving a new hire to figure things out is a recipe for failure. The 30, 60, 90-day plan is a proven framework for getting this right. It breaks the startup task into 3 phases. learn, practice, perform. The first 30 days are all about learning. Immerse them in your company's world. Formal induction sessions on company culture, vision, policies. They need to go through rigorous product training. But do not just give them brochures. They should see live demos and shadow calls made by your top performers. By the end of the first month, they should pass a certification test on your core product pitch and be able to handle the top 5 most common objections. This builds their foundational knowledge and confidence. Days 31 to 60 are focused on practice. Move from shadowing to doing in a controlled environment. Assign a micro-territory, or assign a specific set of accounts to work on. The goal is not yet to hit a full quota, but to apply what they have learned. This is the phase for intensive coaching. Review their call recordings and provide constructive feedback. By the end of this period, they should run a discovery call independently and present a value-based demo, passing certifications for both. Days 61 to 90 are about performance, autonomy, and a full quota. They should be actively building their pipeline, running meetings, and submitting proposals. They are no longer just learning the playbook, they are executing it. At the end of the 90-day period, they should present their key learnings and a plan for the next quarter to their manager and the team. This reinforces accountability and shares knowledge. A structured ramp plan, supported by consistent manager coaching, dramatically increases the odds that your new hire will become a productive, long-term member of your team. Building a world-class sales team in India is a challenging but achievable goal. It requires moving away from gut feel hiring and embracing a systematic, disciplined approach. It is about understanding that a good hire is a powerful mix of skill, character, cultural fit. The blueprint we have discussed is not theoretical. It is a practical step-by-step guide. It starts with a clear workforce plan tied to your business goals. It demands a multi-channel sourcing strategy to build a continuous pipeline of talent. It relies on structured interviews and scorecards to reduce bias and make objective decisions. The most effective hiring processes go beyond talk. They test candidates with real-world work samples, discovery call, role plays, territory planning exercises. This allows you to see their skills in action. Equally important is protecting your business. Your process must include checks for integrity and compliance, ensuring your salespeople understand and respect legal boundaries around data privacy and ethical conduct. Once a hire is made, the work is not over. A structured 30, 60, 90-day ramp plan powered by dedicated manager coaching is what turns a promising candidate into a high-performing employee. In the dynamic Indian market, your sales team needs to be versatile. They must be able to sell to a sophisticated CIO in Bangalore and a small business owner in Bhopal. This requires a blend of digital savvy and classic field sales skills. Use the case examples from pharma, FMCG, SaaS to guide your thinking on the specific profiles you need. Always measure the quality of your hiring. Track metrics like time to ramp, 90-day performance and retention. Use this data to continuously improve your process. Avoid common mistakes like hiring for charm over competence or rushing offers out of desperation. To make this actionable, here is a quick checklist for every hiring manager. Before you start, have a clear role and quota defined. Use a public scorecard for all interviews. Screen for past results, not just job duties. Always include a work sample. Conduct a dedicated compliance interview. Make your offers crystal clear, especially on variable pay. Send a pre-onboarding kit to get them started early. Execute a 30, 60, 90-day ramp plan. And finally, measure the quality of your hire after 90 days. Follow this blueprint, and you will not just stop bad hires. You will build a sales engine that drives predictable, sustainable growth for your company.